Political leader of the Platform of Truth, Hochoy Charles, says the intervention of the Prime Minister, Kamla Bissessar, during the last week of the Tobago Organization of the People's Election campaign destroyed any chances that the TOP had of winning the election. It was a smiling and relieved-looking Charles who spoke to Tobago Channel 5 at the TPT's headquarters today. Charles said the results of the THA's 2013 elections were not unexpected.
That position would have taken by us in the TPT in the last week and a half of the campaign, when the Prime Minister would have taken over the TOP campaign in Tobago. People said to us, oh my God, we were attempting to support even the TPT because of the issue. They were the only ones dealing with the issue in the election, which is Tobago empowerment, Tobago power to control and not control from Trinidad. But we cannot afford to split our votes now. So they told us clearly in the last week of the election, last week and a half of the election, that we had to vote for the PNM this time to keep out the UNC.
He said his followers assured him that soon it will be his time and they will be supporting him. He likened last evening's PNM victory to the victory of the People's Partnership in 2010.
The general elections of 2010, you remember that even PNM people in Trinidad went and voted for the People's Partnership because they were afraid of their land, because the question was the land tax would have been too exorbitant. So even PNM people who had properties went even in Tobago and voted for the People's Partnership. They went back home. And I am sure that today, by today, there are a lot of people who voted PNM yesterday and keep the UNC out of Tobago and not PNM now.
The PNM won all 12 seats, which means there is now no minority side in the Tobago House of Assembly. Mr. Charles said Tobago doesn't need any opposition.
The issue before the table is our self-government. The bill is already before Parliament. What we need to do now is to sit together and decide how we are going to approach it as Tobago. There is no need for opposition. What are we opposing in the THA? It is only when you win your self-government, meaning you have the power to pass laws and you have your executive power like cabinet, where you bring your policies, and if you require law, you go to your parliament and pass your laws. It is only when that is here that you need a government and you need an opposition. Right now, you don't need that. There's no need for it. There's no need for an opposition in Tobago. What are they opposing?
Charles pointed out that when Tobago achieves internal self-government, there will be an election to decide who will form the new government to run Tobago. He said that is where his party will come in. He stressed that the TPT is still relevant and they are preparing for that time. And what about the TOP? Charles doesn't believe there is a future for the TOP once they remain part of the People's Partnership government.